Welcome to Blue Feeds, a fan fiction podcast where we eat, review, and critique food.
They're way crunchier than I expected, sorry.
Yeah, they're white cheddar jalapeno beaver nuggets.
I thought they were
Calm
pop.
down.
They're so crunchy they fucking pop.
If you heard that loud pop, that signifies yes, it is once again Halloween season. We are outdoors recording by the campfire with the beautiful sound of the stars, the fire pit, and occasionally the pump house that irrigates water into our pump system. Steven, try it.
Oh, what is the beaver nuggets?
Yes.
They're white cheddar habanero beaver nuggets.
Oh, those. Okay. There you go.
Set it down.
Okay.
Not too spicy, not too bad.
Ooh,
Yes, we have a fire going. We have a large projector playing.
Large soda.
Large. Tall boy.
Steven has his large soda. I'm George G. Poole, that's Steven Blue Breed.
Hello.
And Virgil V Vlogs.
Hello.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. It's a holiday, which means we'll be writing our own fan fiction to share with each other.
It's true.
We don't read these ahead of time. I mean, we write them, but we don't. The other people don't read them ahead of time.
God, I forget every year I want to get friggin' dehydrated coffee creamer so we can do the fucking scary stories to tell in the dark thing.
Didn't you have a funny soda you wanted us to try?
Which one?
The cream, the Pepsi?
Oh yeah, I had a friggin'
Pilk?
Huh?
Are you talking about Pilk?
Pilk?
P-I-L-K.
Go frolic and get it.
There's no Pilk. It's. I'll
Go
be
get
right
it.
back. I'll go get it.
We gotta stall while the eye candy's gone.
For the viewers at home, Pilk is combination Pepsi Cola and milk. Legend tells that if you drink a full pint of Pilk, you'll get ill.
What makes you say that?
Well, it's a bit of a meme drink, but the original thread, I think, is that somebody said, like, something to the effect of all these dumb people on my timeline. I'm just sitting at home trying to drink some Pilk, and a picture of Pepsi and milk, and then, like, I think an hour later, they're like, I really don't feel good after drinking that Pilk. And there's, like, meme videos of people drinking Pilk and dying.
That reminds me of like the gallon breast milk challenge video.
What do you mean, challenge?
Do you want to look it up? I can turn my hotspot back on.
That sounds sickening.
I'm gonna turn my hotspot back on, it's fine.
At least tell me in advance if it's real breast milk.
He says it is.
He. You hear that right, that's the Nintendo Wii U connecting to the Wi-Fi.
Stop calling it that. Nobody uses the Wii U.
The Wii U gathers dust really quickly, either that or it just dies really quickly and I forget about it really quickly. The only thing I had it for was to play the Bayonetta Disc 1 and 2 collection, but I already got it on PC and now I'm doing that instead. But I believe the 2-disc collection will be worth more than the Wii U in a few years, so I'll make my money back.
Steven! I wasn't looking up nothing.
Oh shit. Swear to God, if you're looking up Phantasma from Ghoul School pornography.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the CEO of YouTube? Pajit something?
Not Pudgy, it's friggin' Susan Wojcicki or whatever.
Oh, I was thinking of the Google CEO.
What are these
Oh,
children?
Oh no.
Breast milk, in parentheses, Milky's
Are you
challenge.
looking for that one challenge?
Yes.
It's in my cringe folder.
How do I get to it?
Go down
Huh.
to
I
library.
think I saw Nikado Avocado in there.
That's fine.
Playlists. There we go.
You have like 5 Mario pissing videos in here.
It's a series.
J Station's for
Okay.
Super Cody Show. Oh.
Fail 1 gallon human breast milk challenge.
We're gonna play a funny game. It's called one of you gets the cold one and one of you gets the room temperature one because I forgot to put another one in the fridge.
Oh, thank God.
Don't tell me what this says, I'll guess. I can't see it in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah, Steven, you focus on that.
No, I've already seen this.
Oh, I should focus on that.
He's filling a metal tin pot with the breast milk. That's disgusting. He's heating it up!
He's pasteurizing it, yeah.
Okay. I got really worried he was gonna drink it hot like a fucking freak.
No, God, no.
Alright, here it goes.
Wipe that smile off your face, you sick fuck.
I hate how he ladles it in with like a measuring cup.
When I was watching this, I hate that he looks like Alex Riley.
He's got a piano in his kitchen. What kind of psychopath? Has a grand... Oh, he's chugging it!
That is a 33-ounce glass.
It's like a flower vase.
No, it's not that bad.
He looks a lot less... He looks like he's enjoying himself a lot less halfway through that glass.
I won't divulge the flavor until Elias gets to drink it while also enjoying his breast milk video.
No wonder her
Okay.
son wouldn't drink it. People say that breast milk tastes better than cow's milk.
God, I hope this is picking up on the audio. Or else this is gonna be really weird.
Can't wait to drink my room temperature mystery soda watching this man drink breast milk. Let's see. Smells like cream soda. I mean, yeah, it tastes like cream something.
It's Pepsi cream soda. I think we said it earlier, but we forgot.
It's a really upsetting thing to drink while watching this video because it tastes a little bit creamy and I don't like that.
I'm not normally a cream soda guy. This is alright.
Yeah, I like it. I'm okay.
Oh
Oh my god.
He's filling it back up in double speed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up. This is so gross.
Oh, you haven't seen the worst of it.
Don't say fuck and then double hand chug it like a freak. You love this shit.
He wants to complete the challenge.
Referring to those internet forums who vouch against cow's milk and for human milk.
All those people who say, "You're a human! Why are you drinking cow's milk?" You need to shut the fuck up right now. Seriously, shut the fuck up right now.
I just realized this is a really bad podcasting episode.
You'll have to cut a lot of this. Sorry.
I'm getting the shit.
I don't think this guy knows you like skim milk. You don't just eat it full fat. I mean, you can, I guess.
He pasteurized it.
Stop burping, dude.
You're gonna wish he was burping.
It is so disgusting.
Like this, like double speed he keeps doing. Why did he go to the bathroom to start shitting on camera?
He got the shits.
Didn't you? Didn't you hear him say he's got the shits?
Why would he film it?
You want to vomit somehow.
He goes back for more.
This is the most cursed video I've seen since the hoarder guy cooking lessons videos.
Two.
He goes back to the bathroom.
Shitting again?
Sorry, it's too warm.
Elias, look.
He took his shirt off.
Yeah, he said sorry. And
Now
then
he's crawling on the floor shirtless.
he said sorry.
Oh, I started up! Fuck! Oh my god. This is like... How is this not more well known? This is one of the worst videos I've ever seen.
I am shocked.
How many views does this have?
Brave men of the internet.
4,000? What kind of curse have you passed upon me by showing me this?
There's a reason it's in my folder.
Breast milk. Human breast milk.
Ethan, can we put your cool and cringe folder in the description below?
Of course.
This
It's
looks-
a private folder though.
Oh.
This looks like fucking Steve from Blue's Clues with his green collared shirt and
There's Blue's Clues at the bottom of the glass.
it looks like he didn't quit the show, but he filmed this and they found it and they got fired.
For those of you who find this video, look up the professional wrestler Alex Riley. He looks exactly like this man in the face.
May you be the first.
That was horrifying. I'm very scared. Thank you for the Halloween video.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
Stop. This thing has a very particular reign. How the Grinch ate ass on Christmas.
That's a good one.
I'm turning my hotspot off again.
You don't want to see review, bro. Shoe nice. I can't finish either of my 3 drinks now.
Welcome
4
to
drinks.
Crossing the Line.
Welcome to Crossing the Line. A fan fiction podcast where we read, review, and critique fan fiction for your listening pleasure. I'm V Vlogs, Elias.
We already introed, but I'm George G. Pool.
Just in case that was unusable.
I'm Blue Breed Steven.
And today is Halloween, so we're writing fan fiction and sharing it with each other by the fireside.
By our wonderful campfire, where we've got beautiful fire crackling, we've got YTPs at the ready, and a very loud pump house that will occasionally go off to irrigate water into my plumbing.
If you hear any gunshots, it's just the bamboo in the fire.
It's just a spooky ghoul.
That's
It's
true.
scary out here. I keep thinking I hear stuff walking around.
Bro, where I'm sitting, the framing is perfect. I look up there, there's the fucking moon. I look over here, there's a fire. I look behind me, there's Shoe Nice. It's great.
We just watched Fail 1 Gallon Human Breast Milk Challenge,
Reaction.
and it was actually the scariest thing I've seen in a long time, so I feel very in season.
It was our first reaction video.
I think that I have not watched a video that cursed in a very long time. It only has 4,000 views, which is incredible to me because it's one of the most vile things I've ever seen, and I feel like people know about it or should know about it.
I'm honestly shocked you didn't know about it because where I first learned about this video, it was shown at a friggin' party at one of our friends that Elias actually attended, but I guess he got there after we showed it.
Showed it. Like it's a showing.
A viewing of Fail 1 Gallon Human Breast Milk Challenge.
Oh, Elias, I wasn't prepared either. I was in Cody's fucking big boy chair clutching with my fucking fingers.
Yeah, you were in the lazy boy with your feet up and then your body appalled.
Goober God 69 Googling mommy breast milk challenge and finding the worst shit I've ever seen in my life.
Goober Guy 69, I have this folder of over 60 videos, and that's the worst one out of any of them.
Well, I suppose we should get started so I don't throw up.
Yeah, it's time to get the Halloween cheer going, fellows.
Hell yeah, time to submit
I
for
am
the...
so sick of how many apps you keep open on your phone. It just bothers me. I know it doesn't do anything. But
that's scary.
Oh my god!
I'm using all.
Elias, I just see in the light of your cell phone your thumbs going at fucking overdrive.
Just
and I'm
closing 30 windows.
Elias!
It was actually 10 seconds of you thumbing up.
I restarted my phone today, so this is all in the last few hours.
Oh my god. Damn, you're busy.
Who wants to share first?
Let's see here. I have the longest one, I suppose, so it's up to you guys whether it goes last or first.
I think that should go last.
Okie doke. Let's see here. Alright, so who's got something to submit for the Midnight Society?
You want to read mine, Steven?
Hell yeah, let's go.
Alright.
Time for the Halloween cheer.
Okay.
The
I'm not
spooky
gonna-
booky.
I'm not going to do a gag to hand you the phone, but there's a pro tip. If anything's bolded, it's a narrator reading it.
Oh, okay.
Wait for our boy to come back from the fire.
Yeah, I got you.
He's kicking the fire.
Hair tie in here.
He's firefighting.
I'm sure it's flammable.
Rubber. A little tire fire going on.
That'd be cool.
The camera drone flies high over the streets to get an establishing shot of the town, leading up to a drab and dilapidated house. From there we see 4 men walking toward that same building. We're here in America to visit what the locals refer to as the Spook House. It's been said that there have been countless numbers of paranormal experiences coming from this place. So we're here to see if we can find and get any recorded evidence of these mysterious sightings. I'm Zach Baggins, and these are our ghost adventures.
Whose house do you think it's gonna be?
The Spook House.
Spookos. I already know, and it's brilliant. A flashy intro outline incredible paranormal proof, as well as the team Zach Baggins, Billy Tully, Aaron Goodwin, and Jay Wesley plays before returning to the scene of the Spook House. As the rest of the team begins to set up their equipment, Zach is seen with a young boy wearing a devil costume. I love this. This is brilliant.
Scene with him.
standing a safe distance apart.
I was fortunate enough to be able to speak to one of the resident youths and an eyewitness of some of the paranormal going-ons around here.
Now, you said your name was Jimmy. What sort of weird stuff happens around here? Yeah, that's right. This place is haunted. They say every year on Halloween, if a new kid doesn't sacrifice some of their Halloween candy, then monsters will come out and eat everyone. Jimmy, even with his stone-cold poker face, was finding it hard to keep from cracking up. Zach, however, was wearing a very serious look on his face. He could feel in his bones that something was not right about this place.
Do you think Jimmy is pranking him with the monsters on his side, or just pranking him because he knows he's gonna get attacked by monsters?
Jimmy just wants airtime.
Yeah, he kept mass tweeting at Ghost Adventures until they come to his town.
I like how Zach was like, so I hear this is blah blah blah. He asked him like a direct question and Jimmy just ignores it to go on his own monologue. He's like, yeah, so anyway.
This grown man giving his 12-year-old talking to him seriously.
Wearing his devil costume.
His devil onesie.
Being led around private property.
Somebody else's house.
And you said you've actually seen some of these monsters? Yeah, there was this one with some really big teeth, and one had these giant eyes. Zach's eyes widen a bit at this. Normally when something otherworldly manifests itself in a way we can see, it's usually a light anomaly or a human figure, but a full monster? This was something else. As a crew was setting up the usual surveillance equipment, suddenly, I noticed Billy was doubled over in pain. Whoa, Billy, what's wrong? Everything alright? I feel like something's scratching my lower back, man. Wait, really? I felt something like that earlier. Really? Seems like there really is something here, and whatever it is, it doesn't want us to be here.
Poor Billy's hurt, and he's being made light of.
How familiar are you with Ghost Adventures?
Not really.
There's a common shtick where they feel awkward pains and feelings in their bodies, and then they say, I actually feel that too.
Yeah. There's this dude with a beard who looks like a fucking crackhead, and he keeps getting possessed.
He does get possessed a lot. I recently signed up for Sling TV. It's a online streaming cable service, much cheaper than normal cable. Mainly got it for Amphibia, but I don't want to tangent too much. But I've been watching a lot of horror content, some movies like the Halloween movies. I'm working through the Screams right now. I just finished Scream 2 last night. It was pretty good. Scream 1's better, but Scream 2's still pretty good. And I've also been watching a lot of Ghost Adventures and other horrible ghost shows. And I saw one the other day where they were at like the Forest of Fear or Horror House or whatever they called it. And they found like a random, something that looked like a Blair Witch bag on the ground. And that guy, the guy with the beard, I think it's Aaron. He picks it up and immediately just gets like an angry look on his face. And then they're like saying like apparently these things can just spike up human emotions. And he very aggressively tries to put it in one of the other guy's pockets. And then they say whoa, and he stops and he just stomps off for a really long time. And eventually like, hey, where'd you go? He's like, I got rid of it. It's a fucking nightmare. I watched the one where they were on a train today.
Oh my god.
They went on a whole train mystery.
Was the train moving?
It was.
Whoa.
It was a steam train.
Were there any other passengers on the plane? On the train?
Nah, just them and then like the employees. But like they were walking through like the bunk, whatever it's called, the shed or whatever you call where the trains go. And they got spooked by a cat in their own shadow. And the guy's like, whoa! Oh, it's just my shadow. And Zach Baggins is like, we're getting scared by cats in our own shadows. How long have we been doing this? He was so fucking mad at his friend.
What an ass. Oh my god.
That man is... That show's stupid. Please continue.
It's stupid, but Lord.
Here. If you let me, I would just go all day.
No, I feel you. The crew went inside the old building. Each member was decked out in different paranormal hunting gear, from spirit boxes to EMF detectors to heat signature devices. They were pulling out all the stops. As my team and I made our way inside, I began to feel a shiver down my spine. The paranormal presence was unparalleled to anything I've ever experienced. Hey, check this out. I'm picking up a hot spot on the heat signature. Everyone gathers around to see what could only be described as a splotch on the screen, barely warmer than the rest of the house. I think we got something here. This could be big. Oh wait, that's just a window. You see that? We were able to debunk this as a non-paranormal sighting, as a simple window pane. But we assure you that this night is far from over. Alright, let's split up. Billy and Jay, you two keep an eye on the security cameras. Aaron, you're with me. Alright, let's do it. Zach and Aaron made...
Poor guys sound so starved for content.
They are.
Zach and Aaron made their way around the house, their every move captured on their own cameras, as well as the mounted cameras set up before they started the investigation. We're now going to head into the basement, where the monsters supposedly lie. We've brought out the SLS camera to capture any footage of a possible entity. Alright, we're at the top of the stairs. The basement is right behind this door. Before we actually go down there, Aaron is going to offer these monsters some candy, as to appease the possibly angry spirits. Aaron trembles slightly before reaching his hand towards the doorknob and slowly pulling the door open. Zach points both the thermal and SLS cameras down the flight of stairs into the pitch-black basement.
By the way, I didn't have a good opportunity to actually use it, but the SLS camera is something that's supposed to capture footage of like the energies or whatever, but they're always depicted as little stickmen with points on them, and they're always going fucking wild, so they look like they're dancing like fucking insane stick figure animations.
Are the stick figures supposed to be the ghosts?
Yeah. It's supposed to be the ghosts that are like that they can see through their special camera, but their legs are always like doing the Charleston or whatever.
That's
like,
crazy.
Oh my god, there's a ghost sitting right there, and the legs are just like going nuts.
I want to see that. That sounds really good.
I'll show you later.
Oh lord. Zach points both the thermal and SLS cameras down the flight of stairs into the pitch-black basement. Aaron reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a fun-sized box of Milk Duds. He looked back at Zach for a second for approval before tossing it down the stairs.
Like a grenade.
As the tiny box clanks down the stairs, the two wait with bated breath. As I watch the tiny box of candy bound down the stairs, I pick up something on the thermal cam. Whoa, 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 look at this. There's something that just blipped up on the thermal cam. You seeing this? The two look over the footage, then each other, before making their way down the flight of stairs. Is there anyone down here with us? We just want to talk. Please make yourself known to us. Do you like candy? As I ask the spirits about candy, our mics pick up an audible yes that was too quiet for our human ears to pick up.
Oh.
Yeah, they replay it like 4 times.
4 times and it never sounds like it. The two make their way down to the bottom. Using the thermal camera, Zach looks for the box of candy, but he can't seem to find it. We know you threw that candy down. We both saw where to go. Again, our mics pick up a sound that we can't hear with our own ears. It sounds like a growl of some sort. It definitely didn't come from either of us. I'm getting the chills down here. It feels like a presence is with us. Oh yeah, it's pretty cold down here. It's cold. It wasn't like this a few minutes ago. Weird. While Aaron and I are downstairs, one of our security cameras catches something absolutely jarring. An apparition makes itself fully visible as it peers out from behind a door under the stairs leading to the 2nd story of the house. We can't quite tell if this is just a trick of the light, but it appears to be some sort of hollow-eyed corpse. The shot is zoomed in and replayed upwards of 3 times before cutting to commercial.
What the hell?
It's supposed to be Scully, or Miss whatever his name is. It's Scully, right?
Who?
The skeleton?
Yeah, Scully.
Him just peering out of the closet for a second.
I keep waiting for it to get like really real, but
I fucking love this. I can see this in my head. I've seen too many of those damn tropes from that show.
Once back, Zach and Aaron are still looking around in the basement. They continue to ask questions and beg for replies from any sort of paranormal candy consumers. Whatever is down here, please make yourself known. We mean you no harm and only want to meet you. Why do you demand candy? Why would you go out and kill children everywhere if you don't get it? When I ask that last question, I feel something grasp at my shoulder. It flusters me a bit. Zach flings forward and runs wild, trying to keep his cool. This more or less proves that we were not alone in this basement, and we're not going anywhere until we prove it. The two continue their interview with thin air, eventually breaking character to talk about dinner plans. I'm getting hungry. Can we hit up Taco Bell or something on the way out here? You want Taco Bell? I was thinking more of McDonald's or Wendy's. I could really go for burger and fries. You know, they got nacho fries at Taco Bell right now. Oh shit, really? Alright, you convinced me. The sound of heavy-set footprints could be heard in the basement, but neither Zach or Aaron were moving around in the slightest. Unfortunately, the batteries in our cameras had run dry at this moment, as he had not expected to be down here for as long as we were. All we have to go on now are the microphone packs we had on, but just listen to this gripping evidence. Tacos, burgers, french fries, nachos. What incredible...
You know.
Tacos, burgers, french fries, and nachos? What an incredible buffet of non-delicate delicacies! Oh no, never... Tacos,
You get it.
tacos, burgers, french fries, and nachos? What an incredible buffet of non-delicate delicacies! Let's say I join you two gents in some good old-fashioned fast food.
Now you got it.
The minute I saw him use the word delicacies.
Harry cannot have fast food.
Why?
That's all he has.
These words could barely be made out over the rampant screaming of the two paranormal pariahs as they stormed upstairs, grabbing all of their equipment at record pace. They ran up to Billy and Jay and demanded they flee the scene immediately. We believe that we have discovered both video and audio proof of the paranormal here tonight. Skeptics may try to look for any and all loopholes in our findings, but we wholeheartedly believe in the sciences we employ and the methods to our madness.
Did they say stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
What the hell?
The spook house is definitely haunted, and I may never set foot in that cursed place again. The end. That's fucking brilliant. I love that. You
Spook house is definitely haunted.
You capture the fucking mannerisms perfectly. I love that.
That was a good note to end on.
That was great.
The fucking the town in Scary Godmother is never name dropped at all. It's just nowhere.
Did you try really hard to find it?
I did. All we know is the fright side.
Yeah.
We don't know where the actual spook house is.
Did they call it the spook house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spook house.
The spook house?
The spook house.
The Scary Godmother is a fun rewatch every year because you find something new about it every time.
I swear.
Another thing about the ghost adventures, that they're always so ramped up to get footage, but they get so scared so easily.
Right.
So they always leave at even the possibility of paranormal. And it's like, why are you here? Why have you been here for 15 years?
It's true. They have very little conviction for how hype they get.
If it was the Ghost Brothers, wouldn't stand for that.
It's true. They pop the trunk instantly.
I should have wrote the Ghost Brothers.
It's okay, next year.
Next year, the Ghost Brothers go to the spook house.
Just in time for the reboot.
Better not forget.
Ghost Brothers Next Generation.
Oh yeah, isn't there a Scary Godmother show coming?
Is there?
I was looking up Scary Godmother stuff and I saw there's been apparently a new show in the works for a while.
Ooh.
But that's literally all the info there is about it.
Hell yeah.
I suppose those things take time.
It would be nice to see Scary Godmother look hotter than ever before.
It's true. I still need to find that friggin' picture. I was drawing Scary Godmother back in 2018.
And you have the exact timestamp.
Yeah, absolutely. And someone...
September 14th, 2018, at 3:22 p.m. I laid my eyes on it.
I was wondering who I should draw in October, and I decided it was time for Scary Godmother to shine. But I posted that picture on Newgrounds, and someone DM'd me and was like, "Man, I'm glad you also are a man of culture. The creator and also draws Scary Godmother with a huge donk," and then he linked me to like official art of her in a Leia slave outfit, and it's hot as hell, and I can't fucking find it to save my life.
Jill Thompson destroyed it from reality.
I don't know what happened, but
do you remember where it was posted?
It was sent to me in a DM, and I think it was like a photo bucket link, but I've like cleared out my DMs, so I don't fucking have it.
You gotta make a long lost media video about it. And then the internet will do the work for you.
Or make one tweet.
True.
Guys, I'm looking for
Jill Thompson.
Jill Thompson. Do you have that slave Leia?
Please don't click on my profile. I mean nothing nefarious.
I'm not trying to instigate anything. I just want this one piece.
For me.
Just me, please.
I just want the one piece.
Jill Thompson, you have everything in the world. You just need to tell me where to find it.
It's in one piece. And then it plays that One Piece intro, but with the Scary Godmother cast.
I love that. Holy shit. We are on a cruise.
The fire's going.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Let's go.
That piece of bamboo's doing well.
Now we're cooking.
I'm gonna throw. Make sure everything's included in this fire. We got a gun.
We got a gun.
Eli's got a gun.
Elias's yearly fire kindling.
Hell yeah.
It's true.
All right, you got a story for me?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Our fire's looking
Here you
nice
go.
and beefy. I'm gonna go ahead and get started.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck? Your case like blocks the top. Hello, my name is Roxas. Yeah, like the video game character. My parents are really big fans of the Kingdom Hearts games, but I've never actually played them.
Oh, that made that so much worse.
They said I wasn't old enough to truly appreciate them, so I've always had this vague idea of what they're like, but nothing more. This was all gonna change today. Today I turned 14, so as a gift my parents said I was finally old enough to try out Kingdom Hearts, because I was the same age as Sora, who, after booting up the game, I found what was the main character. First there was this long extended dream sequence and some music. Still not over his parents naming him Roxas.
The minute he said that my parents are big fans of the Kingdom Hearts franchise, I got some Final Fantasy house shit in the back of my head, I swear.
Simple but effective. An
True.
awful name.
The Kingdom Hearts 2 house.
I love it.
This way it gets worse.
My bully that I call Sephiroth.
Setzer.
My bully Setzer. He was also named after a Kingdom Hearts character, but he lives up to his namesake, unlike me.
He isn't actually called that. That's just what I call him.
He beats
That's what
me
my
with
parents told me to call him.
He beats me with this big plastic bat, but he won't tell me why. And I tell my parents about it, and they say, "You don't need to know yet."
You'll get there.
First, there was this long extended dream sequence and some music. It was confusing, but it was actually pretty cool. At least what I could make out. The sound kept messing up on the old box-shaped TV, and my parents insisted I use to play it to get the quote-unquote true experience. Eventually, the game got started, and it was pretty fun. It took me a while to find all the items on Destiny Island, because the TV was really small and grainy. The gameplay was clunky too, I about threw my controller when Riku beat me in the race and got to name the boat. Just because I barely missed one jump at the very end. Ah! That's so fucking true.
I hate that.
No one's ever beat Riku in the race.
First try? No way.
That made me so sad, just because he's also like, and I get to share the pawpaw fruit with Kari.
Yeah, he stole your bitch.
It's true. It's not enough he gets to name the fucking raft.
What a way to get invested in the game.
Yeah, I get really fucking mad at Riku.
I was about to say, I hate that fucker.
He's like, and the winner gets to share a Paopu fruit with Kari.
So he goes,
What? Kyrie!
I don't.
Eventually, I got the hang of the gameplay and made it off the island. I was surprised to see Donald and Goofy in the next town. I had no idea this was a copy or a Disney game because my copy didn't have a case. I just thought it was an RPG. I can see why my parents like it so much now. Our house is full of old Disney memorabilia, and they've been protesting outside the Orlando Disney World gates the last few months until recently when they opened back up, despite record high COVID numbers in Florida. They told me, "Son, you can't get sick at Disney. It's magic." That one must have had you cracking up at the coffee shop.
I can
Of course.
see that one, absolutely.
that paragraph went on a little bit too long, but I had to do it.
Puts his hand on his shoulder. "Son, you can't get sick at Disney. It's magic." Since they were there again today, having won the protest, I had the whole day to myself to keep
Won.
playing.
They did
All
win.
of Disney submitted to 2 angry parents.
It's true. In real life, Disney's been protested for months and they finally reopened.
It's so fucked up.
Yep.
Hours later, I was really getting into the game, though I got stuck again on Tarzan's level because the final boss was bullshit. I mean, how am I supposed to see the stupid lizard or tell what's going on this old TV? Clayton is just flailing around shooting me with an actual rifle. I probably heard Tarzan say, "Not Clayton," 100 times in the cutscene leading up to the fight.
I love fucking Clayton. Fuck it. Oh my
I'm
god.
going to shoot the stupid gorillas. Why not?
God.
The boss fight where you hang him from a vine.
The boss fight where he's on an invisible lizard that you can kind of see, but on a CRT you can absolutely not see at all.
He's just floating there.
He's like floating there. His model's not very visible. You can't see the life bar yet unless you're pretty leveled. You just have this invisible man floating around shooting you and killing you in a couple hits.
That's terrible.
It's awful.
Looking it up, the PS3 port had the ability to skip cutscenes, so I called my dad to see if we had that version laying around. I mean, I was only a few hours in, I could just start over. Dad was on the way home with Mom and said something like, yes, we have it, but no, you can't play it. The final Makes Heartless designs are ugly and ruin the spirit of the original. I don't care if Nomura says they're canon, they're not. If I catch you asking me that again, it's your ass. And don't even get me started on the Epic Store deal. The sound of oncoming traffic overtook the phone line and it went silent. Oh well.
Don't challenge my head canon or it's your ass.
On the bright side, it was pretty cool that in Deep Jungle they let you swap out a side character for Tarzan. He was really strong and would wipe whole groups of enemies. He was especially good compared to Donald, who would only occasionally spit out some useful magic, but would mostly just flail around and ask to be healed. Eventually, I leveled up enough to see health bars, and it gave me the confidence to beat the big invisible lizard monster. As we entered the next world, weirdly enough, Tarzan was still in my party. I mean, he was pretty helpful, and it was better than Donald, but it seemed like I had more party members, it just wouldn't let me select. I saw them in the party menu, but I couldn't move the cursor around. My permanent party was Sora, Goofy, and Tarzan.
Permanent?
This is really weird.
It's more like a creepypasta than a crossover.
Fucking love it.
That's fine. It doesn't have to be a crossover. When we got to other worlds, it didn't quite seem like Tarzan belonged. In Agrabah, he just floated in an A pose where Genie was supposed to be, I think. The characters would talk to Genie as if he was there, and Tarzan would just shift in their direction and make ape noises until it was time for them to speak again.
His voice reverbing over the voice acting.
Please speak up. I need to hear this.
Then in Atlantis, he didn't transform like Sora, who became a dolphin, or Goofy, who became a turtle. He just swam around as his normal self. He had one of those cheap dollar store diving masks. It was basically holding his breath for the entire level. It was pretty funny. I mean, there's no way he could hold his breath for that long. Though I could.
This Neanderthal with a snorkel that's completely submerged underwater, so he's just sucking in water.
Though I could have done without seeing his realistically textured dick and balls when he said, so am I.
No! Yeah!
When we first saw Ariel, he pitched a massive tent. but he didn't seem to care. But he didn't seem to care or try to cover up.
No fucking shame, none.
He's a caveman, he's a monkey man. Just standing there.
He's just you're into like the butterfly swim animation with the scuba goggles on.
Oh my
Massive
God.
dick.
Fucking beautiful.
Sora and Goofy's costumes here were really cool. Oh wait, I skipped a paragraph. Overall, the game was pretty fun, and I was having a good time, but everything changed when we got to Halloween Town. To my chagrin, it was not the Disney Channel original movie Halloween Town starring Kimberly J. Brown as Marty Piper, but rather the Nightmare Before Christmas movie world. That wasn't really the issue per se, but it was an issue. No, the issue was Tarzan again. What's he gonna do now?
Oh, how does it get worse?
Sora and Goofy's costumes here were really cool. I especially liked Sora's vampire bat wings and pumpkin mask. Goofy had a patchwork zombie look too. That was a nice change of pace.
Oh no! Oh no!
However,
I'm scared! I'm scared!
It's not that bad.
Tarzan's only change was a black loincloth.
Oh,
As soon as he spawned and his eyes turned red and he ran screaming to the next area.
oh, thank God! I thought he was in blackface.
Why would you think that?
He's like he's being a gorilla.
Steven!
That's why I was scared.
However,
It's just cryptids. Oh my God.
His Halloween Town look is just a creepypasta.
Mm.
He's got black loincloth instead of his regular dark brown one.
Oh my God.
it's like bucket filled in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a chip quietly.
It's alright. It's alright.
Okay, that was it. Something was really, really weird. I mean, I didn't even have a third party member anymore. Was this really the right version of the game? I got up and went to my parents' room. They were home now and wrestling loudly, so I just banged on the door until someone came over to it. When Dad opened the door, dripping in sweat, he was dressed as Axel and Mom as Sykes. I know this because sometimes they also wear these outfits to dinner and tell me with great importance anytime I looked in their general direction.
Oh my God.
As if I was supposed to be able to tell the difference when they're both just wearing black cloaks and nothing else. Apparently these were Kingdom Hearts 2 characters whom Mom described as very important to their healthy marriage after Dad cheated on Mom at MegaCon with a Larkseen cosplayer.
Holy shit!
An event Dad told me in private was also very important to their marriage.
fucking great. Holy
Something
shit.
dropped.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
It was the Pro Controller.
Oh no.
Cheated on Mom with a mega cosplayer from MegaCon.
You would too. It's Luxine.
Of course, anybody would. You'd have to have half a brain to say no to that. Anyways, I explained that Tarzan was the only assist character I could use in every town and every world, and that in Halloween Town, his costume was just a missing texture loincloth and red eyes. Dad explained that they provided me with a modded disc where I could always use the best side character, and that Donald was only really good in the late game anyways, and since Goofy leveled faster he was more viable if I really think about it. I just asked if he would let me use a regular copy so I could play with Jack Skellington. He seemed to mull this over, mumbling that Jack Skellington was also pretty cool, and shook his head and said, no, maybe after you finish it the first time. Then he shut the door. So I went back to my room and resumed my saved game. In the first cutscene as we entered Halloween Town, Tarzan was running around killing enemies in the background, and when Jack appeared, Tarzan just started screaming over the dialogue. This was really distracting because I couldn't hear Jack talk, but I pressed on. Tarzan just wasn't in the level very much after that. He must have ran off somewhere. Imagining the dark AI of Tarzan like running through the entire level on
Right.
his own. Yeah, well, it's not loaded.
I just
I like him just in the background during the cutscene running around.
Climbing up the fucking
That'd be
light
so
post.
fucking cryptic to see a person on all fours running in the background.
I really am just imagining like a Mixamo fucking animation going on somewhere.
God. After we collected the items to make a heart, when we got to the cutscene with the doctor, Tarzan spawned into the room and began to jump around on the bed, yelling in the background. The doctor didn't seem fazed, though he did cringe when Tarzan knocked all of his equipment to the floor, covering it in broken glass, and started jumping on it and howling, both in excitement and excruciating pain. Having hurt his feet, Tarzan began running around the room trailing blood everywhere, and jumped up to swing from the various machines and beat his chest, shitting on the bare countertops and yelling in vulgar half-curse words, causing the nonsense monkey dialogue to overlap with the professor's, making the professor's speech bubbles completely unreadable.
Lacerated his feet with broken glass and shit on a counter!
His little icon in the bottom's glowing red.
He's in pain. Sora.
The professor got so mad his head popped and he fell to the floor. Tarzan hobbled over and began teabagging his body. Where'd he learn that, Tarzan?
His model just like crouch, uncrouch, crouch, uncrouch.
From A pose to crouch pose. Really fast. Eventually, Lock, Shock, and Barrel ran in to steal the artificial heart the professor had created, and Tarzan chased after them with wild eyes. Sora and the gang followed after them, but for the next few areas, Tarzan was nowhere to be seen. Unfortunately, he was still technically in my party, so the next few battles were tough with only 2 party members. All the ranged enemies were pretty annoying because Goofy kept jumping at them uselessly and failing off the ledge, missing his mark. Eventually, we got to the fight with Lock, Shock, and Barrel, but when we walked in, Tarzan was just chasing them around really fast as they screamed in fear. Every time you'd get close enough to touch them, their life bar depleted little by little.
Oh my god.
Eventually, they collapsed and Tarzan threw them off the tower. The heart was sitting on the floor, so Sora picked it up and we proceeded upstairs to the boss battle. The fight with Boogie began, but as soon as we began to cackle, Tarzan wordlessly ran up with blood-red eyes and stuck his hands in Boogie's mouth, grabbing handfuls of bugs and eating them.
Oh my god.
The bugs screamed in fear and scattered, Tarzan chasing after them. Then the music stopped and Sora looked around. The keyhole opened in the sky. Sora jumped up and did the closing animation, and the world ended just like that. When we got back to the gummy ship, Tarzan was gone. Sora breathed a sigh of relief when just then Tarzan came crawling up to his seat on all fours.
Oh my god.
His eyes were no longer red and his loincloth was back to normal. Maybe that was just his look in that level. I didn't really want to play anymore for now. This mod was really stupid. My parents had just stopped wrestling and I heard my dad collapse and yell, "Got it memorized."
Oh my god.
I had no idea what that could possibly mean, but I'm sure I'd find out in Kingdom Hearts 2. The end.
Fucking brilliant. I love it. Holy shit.
What a Halloween creepypasta.
Thank you.
What a
Got it memorized.
I imagine his dad collapses in bed and holds his fist straight up.
right.
His dad's so fucking cool.
Christ almighty. Crazy fucking.
Outfits that the mom described as very good for their marriage and their dad.
Yeah. They cheated on him. The Larkseen cosplayer at MegaCon.
An event which the dad described as very good for his marriage.
In confidence to the young child. Oh,
The
Lord.
child he named Roxas.
I've got to use the bathroom. Should I go inside?
Oh,
Or should I pee?
in the dark.
Okay, I'm off.
Go find a good pea pot.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched all the Halloween movies they had on Sling, and I'm going through the Screams now.
Nice, nice.
I've seen Halloween 1, 2, I haven't bothered with 3 yet. I'm sure I will at some point.
Yeah.
I watched 4, 5. They didn't have 6 for some reason,
Oh.
which is weird because they had H20 and Resurrection. I watched
Oh,
those.
Mm.
H20 was actually pretty good.
Mm.
I liked it.
H20's funny. I like when he fights fucking the rapper.
That's in the Resurrection.
Oh, okay.
Which Busta Rhymes is the only saving grace of that movie.
Mm.
Buster, it has plot narrative where he's watching a kung fu movie in the beginning of the movie, and then later he uses his kung fu skills to kick Michael Myers in the chest.
I fucking love that.
Buster Rhymes is so cool.
That was my introduction to fucking Halloween as a kid.
And H20 LL Cool J's in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he plays the night guard at the cool school.
Hell yeah.
Do you know about H20?
H20. I guess
So-
not, being as it's not the one I thought it was.
It's the 20-year anniversary, and Jamie faked her death and moved away and started a new life despite having a child.
Oh, okay.
Which is obviously just them trying to write around the fact that they couldn't get Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween 4.
I see.
But yeah, she's like, yeah, I started a new life, got a new name, but Michael Myers still found her anyway after he went and ransacked Sam Loomis's office.
Mm-hmm.
Because Michael Myers is smart, but only so smart.
Right.
He ransacked someone's office.
Yeah, Dr. Loomis.
Surprised he can read.
He can read, he can drive, he can do all kinds.
You don't need to be able to read to drive.
That's true. Yeah, H20's pretty good. 4 and 5 are both 4 is better than 5. 5 has a whole thing just alluding to the next movie all the way through it. There's a character that you don't see, and just he's just walking around, and then he ends up shooting up the police station and rescuing Michael Myers. And then they're like, oh, this whole character was just to set up another movie. Cool. But they don't have Halloween 6 on Sling for some reason. Maybe they'll play it on actual cable.
Mm-hmm.
That's my Halloween review, I guess.
How would you tier them?
One's my favorite. One's probably my favorite horror movie in general, just because it's really simple and fun.
Were any of them after one made by Carpenter?
No. I don't even think 2 was. 2 might have been, but the other ones definitely aren't. And then they pretty much had a new director every time.
Mm-hmm.
And now at some point I'd like to watch the 2018 Halloween. I want to see if that's giving any fucks about the canon, since apparently H20 did.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, H20's pretty good. I'd recommend watching that one. 4 and 5 if you like goofy stuff. Resurrection's really stupid, but Buster Rhymes is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only saving grace. Scream I enjoyed quite a bit.
Scream one's very good.
They do a very good job just constantly subverting who you think the killer would be.
Oh yeah, that's great.
They kind of have to because it's such a tight area.
Yeah, they just do a really good job, like getting characters out of the scene just in time for the killer to show up. So you're always like wondering which one it is.
Mm-hmm. I always thought that the Ghostface like mask. I always thought Ghostface was where that mask came from, but no, that was just like a common mask before that friggin' movie happened.
Yeah, and like it's definitely like what popularized it nowadays. But it's a really cool part of the movie because they try to track down the thing, and they're like, this costume's all over the place. It's like in every general store. There's no way we're gonna track whoever bought this costume.
Mm-hmm.
It's genius.
That is good.
And I like that it's just a normal person behind the mask. They're constantly bumbling and tripping over stuff and just trying to actually fight whoever they're trying to kill.
Right. Like every Ghostface is like a different person. It's like they kind of create a folklore behind the killer in that sense.
Yeah, the whole shtick of Scream 2 is that it's a sequel. So the killer's trying to make a sequel of the last killer.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough movie. Unless you guys have any Halloween movies you've watched recently.
What did I just watch that was scary besides the breast milk challenge?
That's it.
Just Squid Game, which I liked.
Oh, I still have to see that.
All right, well, I can read your story now.
Oh, okay.
Steven probably watched the Hungry Box video that made him scared.
He was scared when his favorite character became F tier.
It's true.
When the Hungry Box put on his crown and decreed the new tier list.
When Hungry Box got fucking pillar spiked and he fucking said, "This character's broken. I don't like her. Fucked off." Here is your story for tonight, my dude.
Whoa, it's got cool fonting too.
I try.
Neat. Chapter 1, Grudge Match. It was October 5th, 2021. Denki Kaminari of Class 1A was at a release party along with a fellow classmate, Ochaku Urahara.
There's that pump house I told you about.
That classic.
Let me look up the character names because I cannot remember any of them ever.
Okay.
You gonna ask Google to voice them?
No.
Goes on fucking 15.ai.
Okay.
Uraraka.
Hey, Squidward. Translate asshole into Armenian.
I know you watch them. I don't know. I don't get that reference, Steven, so I'm not gonna acknowledge it. I know you don't watch the anime. You read the manga, so I'll help you out with the translations.
Okay.
I'll very rudely correct you after you say them. Now, Steven, your reference.
My reference is really stupid, don't worry about it. There's like 3 channels that post these shitty SpongeBob memes every like 3 hours, and it's always a character telling another character to translate something into a different language, and it's always like something like suck my dick or something, some shit. And then they're like, nah, you got trolled.
October 5th, 2021. Denki Kaminari and Ochaku Kuraraka. The two had come all the way to
Uraraka.
The two had come all the way to Scary God Island to try out the newly published Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
Scary God Island?
Yeah. Don't you know Steven's lore is interconnected islands?
I know, but I just think Scary God Island.
I was gonna complete it, but it just sounded funnier.
The party...
Scary Godmother Island. Why isn't it the Fright Side Island?
The party was being held at the humble home of the spook hero, Scary Godmother. Scary Godmother was in the kitchen preparing a tray of monster cookies, using a recipe she had found online. She was taking longer than usual because the recipe was on Delish, and for some reason Delish's video player has a progress bar that's like 2 pixels tall. And so every time she tried to scrub past the loud and obnoxious intro with some stock man screaming into her ear, like 7 tabs would open up with ads. which she couldn't even evade due to the site requiring her to disable ad block in order to see the damn video. Fuck,
so
that's
fucking
true.
Yeah, I fucking hate that shit.
Any recipe website is cursed.
Absolutely.
You gotta scroll, like, the ingredients required could be anywhere on that 20-page page.
There's
Yeah.
always like a good chunk of paragraphs them explaining their dish and like where it came from. When it's like, hey, I just want to make fried chicken.
Oh, and
I know how to cook. I want to know what the ingredient amounts are. That could be anywhere on this page.
They're
and
like at the bottom. You have to go past the recipe to find where all the ingredients are, then go back up.
But if you scroll too far, you get into the second paragraph of their explanation.
Then you get
Oh,
into the
you-
comments and you're like, wait, where was it?
You get into the next fucking recipe you didn't ask
Yeah.
for.
While the fair maiden of the house was having her identity stolen, trouble was a brewing.
What?
She's I got so many ads.
Right.
Trouble was a brewing as the bastard Harry marched his backwards knee-having ass over to the Rarica. I need more drink.
Yeah, you're drinking your fucking Topo Chico beer.
The burdensome brewmate's presence violated Ararika's peace of mind as she tried to focus on landing a mean spike with Cora. She could feel his eyes burning a hole into the side of her head while the fucknut shoved a cupcake into his mouth and breathed heavily at her. As Ararika was on her last stock with no chance of winning the one-sided fight, Harry lurched his chest over his stomach and screamed, "Go, Mrs. Aravity! Go! Show the classless cretin what it means to be the Avatar!" He yelled way too loudly indoors. The werewolf's white knighting made Ararika cringe, causing her to miss input and thus lose the game via self-destruct. Dr. Pedophile popped his shoulder and leaped off the couch, the nachos he had under his shirt falling and smearing cheese onto his hairy legs.
Dr. Pedophile.
Who is this?
Dr. Pedophile.
Who is this?
What do you mean?
I need to do his voice.
That's just Harry. It's just a
You thought they
You
just had-
actually thought it was just a shitty insult that came up.
I thought it was Dr. Phil.
Why was he on the couch with nachos? I thought he was just walked up to her a second ago.
He has a bunch of food he's always eating.
But
Okay.
I thought he was standing behind her, but I guess he sat down to stand back up.
He was like, they were like all on the couch, and like he just turned his attention towards her.
He said, hey, bitch.
Blasphemy, young Aravity! Had that electrical eyesore right where she wanted him. Damn, I demand a recount. Kaminari winced and looked up at the scary 8-foot fascist, unsure of what he had done wrong. He submissively
Thank you.
He submissively tried to calm the grown adult down. Hey man, wait, what the fuck? Hey man, it's alright, it's just a game. Harry took the pizza slice out of his mouth and pointed a meaty claw at the scared high schooler, his arm inches away from a terrified Ararika. Silence, you deceitful dullard! I don't know what kind of nasty hack job you did, but I shall personally best you in this game to avenge Mrs. Gravity of your ill-gotten win.
Your hairy voice is your Robotnik voice. You're just not rolling
Time
any
for
R's.
Halloween.
To be fair, they are written very similarly.
It's true. They're the same character. Harry's
so
Robotnik's persona.
Don't say that!
It's true.
It is.
But Harry has so much less power than Robotnik. Why would he fantasize about being a submissive man?
We don't always get to decide what we want to be.
Lycanthropy is a fucking inhibitor ring for him.
Yeah, no, he's just... Do you think all furries want to look like the same furry costume because there's only one way to make furry costumes? Or do they want to look like their cool-ass art that they're drawing?
True.
I guess their OC could be,
Harry.
yeah,
Wearing a
Harry
sheep,
from the Scary
sheep
Godmother.
pajama shirt and no pants.
Oh my god.
Harry slammed his gaseous ashes down between Kaminari and Ararika, picking up his Pro Controller and setting down his corn dogs.
Steven loves writing gamers.
I hate that every fucking scene he has new food and it's never eaten.
Oh, it's eaten, I'm sure.
Ararika tried to defuse the confrontation. Hey, you really don't have to do that. Worry not, Miss Aravity, for I am the greatest Lincoln Loudmane in the entire province, the ass assumed. The
province of the fright side.
The game went by fairly quick, Harry having never played before. The match concluded with Kaminari canceling SpongeBob's dash attack into his funny imagination clap, spiking Harry as he got up from the ledge too soon.
He boasted about being the best Lincoln Loud. He'd never played the game before.
What does Harry see in Lincoln Loud? I need to know.
The white hair. He's an albino werewolf after all.
Okay. The monstrous madman.
Harry's just Lincoln's persona.
You're a couple layers deep now. The monstrous madman spat Smarties all over the table as he deflected from his loss. That was but one of three, Mrs. Aravity. A good sportsman always gives his opponent a fighting chance. Kaminari switched to Toph, and the two settled on the dump stage. This match went just as poorly for old Harry, who found himself stuck under a descending platform while Kaminari spammed Toph's Earthwave. Harry managed to tech the low-ass ceiling before immediately getting knocked back into it by another barrage of rock. This happened several times before finally the platform went away and Lincoln Loud was neutral jabbed off the screen before the final time. Harry slammed his controller through the glass table and screamed, I fucking teched that 35 fucking times! This game is bullshit!
Calm down, Harry. You're gonna wake the neighbors.
Ararika shot a happy look past Harry's flexing gut and at Kaminari, congratulating him. Hey, nice job, Kaminari. The vertices in Harry's brow crinkled together as his face twisted into one of anger and confusion. The ill-witted incel watched as Ararika moved past...
Steven, why are you so mean when you write stories? You come up with all of these fucking eloquent banger insults.
At least it's not the library one where Doug Walker fucking got gunned down or whatever.
That was Chris Chan. Doug Walker was doing the gunning.
Doug Walker was just there. It started out with him blowing smoke into a book and making a stain in it.
Fuck you.
And to answer your questions, because I grew up with Robotnik YouTube poops, and Robotnik is like the king of making up eloquent insults.
The ill-witted incel watched as Ararika moved past him and sat next to Kaminari again, proceeding to ask him questions about combos. Just then, Scary Godmother's other brewmate, Scully, yanked Harry's arm and pulled him around to face him. Harry, what the hell are you screaming so much in here? The skeleton looked over and noticed the now shattered coffee table, along with the proverbial nest of half-eaten snacks that had accumulated on the couch floor and remnants of their antique. Harry, what the hell did you do? That's just it. You just wait until I tell Scary Godmother about this. The skeleton stomped off while Harry cowered in fear. Oh no! I can't handle another one of Scary Godmother's punishment days. I just can't. Ooh, this is all your fault, you Philistine! Harry complained.
This is all your fault, you Philistine!
Harry complained, passing the blame onto Kaminari. Kaminari flinched at the loud voice shot in his direction. The weretard ran to the front door, shooting a piercing glare at the students of UA before disappearing into the night. Chapter 2, Ghoulish Grouping.
Oh no. On Scary God Island.
It was October 31st, and 6 students of Class 1A were all hanging out in the living area of the dormitory building. having just finished prepping for this year's Halloween celebration.
They could just go to the fright side. Okay.
It's an island.
They just have to make it there. Japan is full of islands.
I was gonna bang my head on the table, but I decided it's not worth it.
Yeah, please don't. Holy shit.
It was just so stupid.
The rest of the class had chosen to spend the holiday at home. These festivities would never come to light, however, as their teacher Eraserhead entered the room with urgency in his step. "Alright guys, listen up and listen good. I just got word that the villain, Bill Cosby, managed to escape prison."
I knew it!
God damn it, not a good...
You had me for the bait and switch. You had me thinking that he wasn't gonna show up. But I knew better. Go listen to our very first Halloween special to get the prequel.
I told you last year I'd do it this year.
We've been waiting for 4 years for the sequel.
Bill Cosby managed to escape prison earlier this afternoon. A hush fell upon the students, their eyes widening as haunted memories of Zip Zops and Zoobity Bops filled their heads.
Yeah, Jiro got fucking her ear shattered.
We actually did manage to catch up with Cosby, but after being beaten to a pulp, he miraculously regenerated and bopped out of the reach. After careful examination, we found that Cosby has somehow linked his health to the well-being of the last 2 DVDs of The Cosby Show, which are hidden somewhere here in Japan. It's fucking Horcruxes. We don't know what his intentions are, but given his imprisonment was due in part to involvement with the UA students, we're going to be taking action to ensure your safety. We tried calling on the hero Dame Drops to help, but he said something about a divorce and a $2,000 couch, then hung up. "What are we going to do?" asked a worried Midoriya. "The school has decided to split Class 1A into 2 groups and have you both go out to find and destroy the 2 DVDs covertly. Each group will be led by a pro hero from an external location as to not draw any suspicion of our plan."
Come on, Mount Lady.
"Which heroes will be leading us?" asked Jiro. "2 of the world's finest. Now let's split up your groups." And so, the groups were made. Group A consisted of Midoriya, Bakugo, and Tsuyu, while Group B was made up of Mineta, Jiro, and Kaminari. Aizawa took out his clipboard as the 2 groups split. "Okay, Group A, you'll be meeting with your pro at the front entrance. Group B, you'll meet yours at the back. Remember to only fight if absolutely necessary, and don't do anything stupid, got it?" And with that, the students were dismissed into groups. I started the fire again. It's dying.
He's gotta stoke it. Gotta stoke.
Put a log on the fire. It's time for a log intermission. Steven, give us a log update.
A log update?
Just say something.
Alright, the logs, they're burning.
Okay.
They're in a state of burning. The logs, they updated to version Firefox.
Okay.
Fire burning pun.
Okay.
Okay,
This is all staying in,
good.
so be funny.
Okay, I'm fuck. I'm trying.
You've been doing this for 4 years.
I'm sorry. Every time I try to look up an improv, it's just some high maintenance white woman telling her life story.
Yeah, that's funny.
See, I gotta laugh out of you.
Okay. Midoriya, Bakugo, and Tsuyu walked outside and approached the front entrance. Eventually, they caught sight of a large RV-like vehicle parked at the gate.
That could be anybody.
They said outside heroes. I hope it's Uncle or Grandpa Max. I almost said Uncle Ben.
Ready Rice.
Is this our pro car? Midoriya wondered, looking up at the contraption. Tsuyu rubbed the side of the vehicle, observing the tiger stripes that wrapped around the perimeter of it. I don't know, but the paint job is pretty metal, she croaked. Metal indeed, my amphibious friend, said a voice from above. The students looked up to see an old man hanging upside down from the school power lines. He had red hair, a fucked-up mustache. Overall, his face just looked like gray matter from Ben 10, but human and with a big honking-ass nose. The Klasky Supo senator waved down at the grimacing youngsters. his fake bat wing cape flapping against the wind as he greeted them. Oh. Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween, children! I am Sir Nigel Archibald Thornberry, the wildlife hero. I don't fucking remember what Nigel Thornberry sounds like. I haven't heard him talk in like 15 years.
And you never will because they won't put voices in the fighting game.
There's like a mod now. It's crazy.
What does he sound like? Please help me out.
Smashing.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Got it.
Dear, could I have some coochie?
And I sure hope you're all prepared for a smashing time.
I hope you're louder than the train.
Bakugo went home while Midoriya looked up the snaz of the cause in his notebook.
Bakugo was immediately done with the... He's not a hero.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Bakugo looked up at this grown man in a bat costume.
He did say he's in a bat costume. I'll give you that.
Huh, Nigel Thornberry. His quirk is called Animalia Mimic. He can mimic the abilities and strength of any animal he has solid knowledge about.
I don't like that he exists in the realm where the game he's in also exists.
That's true. Explain Deku. Right you are, young man. Now I'm currently in the middle of imitating the white-winged vampire bat. Watch this.
The white women.
The freak turned
Imitating
right side
the
up
white
and
women.
the freak turned right side up and flapped down to Midoriya, winding his head back before lunging forward, biting the fuck out of Deku's nose with his big old teeth. Midoriya screamed and held his now broken nose, dropping to his knees. He screamed underneath his hands.
Why'd he do that?
He's a vampire bat. He's like, watch this.
Nigel laughed and flapped over to open up the doors to his RV. Now that was smashing. Let's get a move on, students, to the Comm-V. The assaulter sounded.
Please let me see who's in the other group.
You don't like Nigel anymore?
I never did!
Tsuyu checked up on Midoriya, helping him walk with his bleeding orifice. Are you okay, Deku? Midoriya began to weep as the two reluctantly climbed into the criminal mobile.
Jesus Christ. I'm upset that you're gonna find a way to wrap Harry back into this.
Meanwhile, Group B had just approached the 70s lowrider that awaited them at the back entrance of the dorm building.
I'm sorry, that descriptor just gets me.
With her hypersensitive hearing, Jiro could make out what sounded like the tail end of a rap song finishing up from within the car. I thought it was going to be Guy Fieri, but now it's not. The driver door opened, the axle of the vehicle creaking as a large black man left the wheel and walked over to greet the students. He shook each of their hands and delivered a big ol' hug. Oh, hi there, children. How you doing? How you doing? My name is Badlands Booker,
That's what I
the
thought.
thirsty hero. I'm going to be the one escorting you.
Thirsty hero!
What could he possibly do to help anyone?
Chug!
Anything that touches the back of his tongue turns into a drinkable fluid.
I'm going to be the
Back
one.
of his tongue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the one escorting you today to get rid of those nasty DVDs. Thankfully now, I actually have managed to pinpoint what one of them is using my connections over at Manscaped. The three of them were about to introduce themselves when suddenly, music.
He's gonna do a whole Manscaped rap.
Sun is sky in the sky. Sky is high in the sky. It's Manscaped time. Sun is high in the sky. Like the hands of my watch, yo. Straight up and down like 21230. Manscaped has got me feeling like I just passed go. New money like a Park Place and Boardwalk. Cooler than the 1230 breeze. Real talk. I clean my crop, preserve it all before my ball straight sit in my drawers. Lower bar everywhere. Find cologne flare. I smell aromatic attic as I move through the air. Yo, I'm so cinematic, yo, the people stop and stare. They use the weed whacker to trim the nose hair. Fingernails look great. Straight up, used to cheers. You want to stay properly groomed? Let me tell you what to do, bro. Visit manscaped.com/chugs, yo. Get that 20% off just for logging, yo. Visit manscaped.com/chugs, yo. Get that 20% off. Love, bro. The students blinked after having The students blinked after having been forcefully transported from a yacht to a boardwalk to a beach and now the inside of Badland's car.
Chiro's gonna have to shave her pubes.
Oh no.
Thanks guys. Now let's get a move on to that DVD, alright? Alright.
Okay, hip hop.
The cheerful booker confirmed, having gotten free extras for his latest Manscaped rap. That was so exhausting to do. The water.
Use a weed whacker to trim the nose hairs.
There's something in his other rap about making sure you deodorize your balls
I had to friggin'
so you don't get funky down there.
I had to look up how to fucking download the transcript for a video so I could actually get the lyrics for that fucking rap.
You didn't have to just type it all out for me.
No.
Stop it constantly, like, type a few, go back a few seconds.
Mineta, Kaminari, and Jiro all observed their surroundings as the Chugs rover drove across town. After about 10 minutes, Kaminari was the one to break the silence. So, where are we going, Mr. Booker? You said you already have the DVD's location? Yes, sirree. But I don't dare speak its name. I knew the time would come that I would need to revisit this place. A Stonehenge testament to my eternal thirst as old as time itself. On that somber note, the car went quiet as it pulled into the parking lot of Denny's. Meanwhile, the injured
Denny's is my shtick.
Meanwhile, the injured Midoriya. We all went to Denny's for years.
I know.
We all have to suffer in eternal rapture. Meanwhile, the injured Midoriya and worried Tsuyu were being treated to Nigel's nasally Showtime singing as the big-ass RV trudged along the Japanese traffic.
What fucking polarizing characters.
Yeah.
56 bottles of drink on the wall, 56 bottles of sherry. You take one down, pass it around, you've got 56 bottles of sherry on the wall. Yeah, smashing. The big nose finally broke from his trance to notice at the worried looks on the student's face. I do say, maybe some snacks would put some old pep in our step, eh? Nigel opened up the Comv glove box and handed Midoriya a half-empty bag of stale, crunchy Cheetos and a half of a very brown banana to Tsuyu.
Where is his family?
Gone.
They're in the back, trying to stay quiet.
He wiped his hands on his cargo shorts in disgust at the rotten fruit he had pawned off. Tsuyu attempted to put the banana back, only for Thornfucker to hand it back and shut the glove compartment. That imagery is so funny, like you're not getting it back in there.
Her hands up there and he just puts his hand on hers to push her away and then slams the glove box.
I once had to do farmers markets at like 5 in the morning, and my boss would just hand me fruit like a banana to like take with me, but I hated bananas, so I'd just like drive off and throw it out the window immediately every time.
Oh my god.
It reminded me of all the bananas I've destroyed.
You could have caused so much traffic with all those banana peels around.
It's true.
Don't worry, they went into the ditch for the gators before the landscape.
What if the alligator slips on the banana peel?
The entire body spins out.
It causes a death roll that ruins the lives of millions.
I haven't faced the consequences yet. No. You children need your strength, and I need my glove compartment space. Yes. Nigel pulled out a small red box from beneath his seat. As for me, I received a package in the mail today. It appears to be a rather keen Halloween-themed treat, it would appear. Why, it even comes in a little red coffin box. How smashing. He proceeded to open the little red box and pull out a little red plastic parcel. Nigel proceeded to tear it open and shake its contents onto the dashboard while he drove. Spreading toxic dust all over his dashboard.
It's fine.
The nature boy picked up the black object he had just unloaded, eyeing it closely. Oh, well, I do say, it appears to be a singular tortilla chip. How quaint. These seasonal trinkets get more and more elaborate every year. I swear. Very well, then. Let's give it a taste. This is the Pocky one chip, it looks like. Nigel popped the chip balls into his jaw. I don't get it. And proceeded to voice his thoughts. I do say. This is quite peculiar, I say. The flavor is a very, very earthy, it would seem. It almost reminds me of beets. Sort of a, well, oh dear, it does have a bit of a kick to it.
You're on a mission!
The flavor does very quickly cover the entirety of, oh goodness me, the mouth. Midoriya and Tsuyu looked over at their escort, becoming concerned as they took a notice of his slurred speech and bright red or swollen lips. Mr. Thornberry, are you alright? Tsuyu asked. Nigel squinted, his chest heaving as he held in a hiccup.
He just squints.
He side-eyed him with his flounder-ass head.
Yuck!
His right eye began to twitch, while his face grew progressively more flushed red. The wild man-child suddenly shot his face upwards and screamed, "Oh, for the love of the Queen's trousers! I'm dying!" Steve Irwin's ugly stepchild started to spurg out and let go of the wheel to rub his face, unknowingly grinding the crumbs of Moruba scorpion peppercorns into his eyelids and nose with his bare hands.
Why did I think it was a good idea to drink my drink during the Nigel Thornberry one-chip challenge?
Tsuyu launched her tongue, taking hold of the steering wheel to try and regain control of the vehicle, while Midoriya tried to figure out what was wrong with the wild thorn in his ass. Sir, what's the matter? Was there something in that chip? Deku screamed. Who's there? Are you the vile villain who did this to me? Well, I'll have you know, fiend. No creature threatens a Thornberry.
Since when?
The blinded backwoods bedlam threw out a massive orangutan punch, smashing Midoriya's face and breaking his nose in the other direction this time. The boy was sent flying back into his seat. Ah, fuck! Oh, God damn it! He screamed. Suddenly, a loud pop was heard. The combi bounced hard as this happened and began to spin out and leave the street. Tsuyu did her best to stop the spin with her tongue grip on the wheel, and after the large tank of a motorhome had skid a good 40 feet, she managed to bring the hulking vehicle to a stop. Back at Denny's, the fearsome foursome party of group...
What a great segment. Back at Denny's. The fearsome foursome.
The
Minetta, the two ladies in Badlands in some type of superhero suit. And a t-shirt with him on it.
Yeah, his logo.
I like the one of him that just has the square photo of him eating the big burger.
That is really good.
He's like, you like the shirt I'm wearing, you can buy it in the link below. And it's just like a candid photo of him eating a giant cheeseburger. It's one of those perfect square photos just on top of a shirt.
Classic. You must really like that picture.
He has like actual merch though, it's weird. Like with actual design and stuff, but he has that, which is just a photo of him eating
Sounds like
a
the
burger.
best shirt to me.
You could buy it.
Not that good. Back at Denny's, the fearsome foursome party of Group B had been seated and were waiting on their waitress to take their drink orders. The DVD is at Denny's? Minetta questioned. Yes, child, indeed it is, replied Badlands, a tinge of fear in the back of his throat. Jiro was just about to ask Booker what was wrong when their waitress arrived. Mineta and Kamimari had a Coke, while Jiro had an orange juice. When the waitress got to Badlands, he looked up at her with his scared, wide eyes. I'll take a water. Just leave the pitcher.
Why? What are you gonna do with that?
The waitress nodded and left. The students looked at Big Booker with bewilderment. But where's the DVD, sir? Asked Jiro.
His fucking sad eyes from his intro and his 3D model. He gets so sad after he belches.
He does. They try so hard to like model him like giving a really faint smile to match his soft expressions, but like the corners of his mouth don't go up high enough, so it just looks like he's fucking upset.
He just looks like he burped and it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like he's in thought at like the taste in the back of his mouth.
The waitress quickly returned and set the large 2-liter pitcher of tap water in front of Badlands. There, in the bottom of the pitcher, was the telltale DVD. Jiro's eyes widened at the sight. It was in this specific pitcher the whole time? Oh yeah, but how to reach it?
Don't beat around the bush, man.
He's gotta chug it.
He knows how he's gonna get it.
This potion cannot be penetrated by hand, vanished, parted, scooped up, or siphoned away. Nor can it be transfigured, charmed, or otherwise made to change its nature. I can only conclude this potion is supposed to be chugged, explained Booker. Jiro cocked her brow with confusion at this, before observing the water within the pitcher more closely. She took notice of the water's unsettling, slightly amber tone, as well as little white specks floating around in it. The girl pushed her orange juice away as she realized the sacrifice he's going to witness. It's just Denny's tap water. It always looks like that.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's
But-
so upset.
Denny's tap water is so bad.
Denny's tap water chug. Das Boot Denny's
2
tap
liter.
water.
With a lot of ice, you can stomach like 1 glass if you're lucky, but it's gonna hurt. But will chugging this water actually hurt you in any way? She asked. Undoubtedly. This potion will likely act in a way that will prevent me from taking the DVD. It might paralyze me, causing me to forget why I'm here for.
It's like when Dumbledore's trying to get the Horcrux.
Yeah,
Vile black water.
it is. That's what I was thinking too. It makes sense.
No more. No more.
The emerald potion.
Booker, you gotta.
Booker!
You gotta finish it. No, please.
Just 1 pitcher of Denny's tap water.
It's 2 liters with a DVD in the bottom.
That being the
Fish it
case,
out.
that being the case, children, it will be your job to make sure I keep drinking, even if you have to tip the pitcher into my protesting mouth.
Fuck.
You understand? This has got to be one of the best jokes I've ever heard.
I was about to say, why are they here?
Like the setup of Badlands having to drink the Horcrux water, chug at any cost.
He'll use a straw. This is what you wanted.
Badlands, you have to chug it.
Remember when he drank the ocean?
That was scary.
He stuck
wish
his
he wouldn't.
straw in and he said, "This is what you wanted." He chugged Niagara Falls.
Made the world complicit with his sin.
The 3 gulped. We understand. Good on 3. 3, 2, 1. We understand. Badlands Booker hesitantly picked up the pitcher with 1 hand, rolling his shoulders back a bit before looking down at the viscous fluid. Enough talk, the big man said with conviction, before letting out a long exhale. Badlands brought the pitcher to his mouth and began the painful chug. He managed to get in 3 large gulps before it began to take effect. Booker began to feel immense pain throughout his body, causing him to breathe hard as he chugged, his eyes shutting hard as he threw back the gross Denny's brew. The students looked up with awe, gaining a massive amount of respect for the pro they were paired up with.
Oh yeah, you say run.
After the pain, the potion caused Badlands to relive his worst memories. Tears flowed down the grown man's cheeks as his disappointment in The Last Jedi hit him all at once. A few minutes later, Booker's chug had slowed to a crawl as he bawled his eyes out and giggled and gagged over the fluid.
Minutes?
He momentarily removed the pitcher from his lips, only to have it pushed back to his mouth by Kaminari and Jiro.
Jiro's like the least one that would be doing that.
Badlands sputtered after a few sips, pushing the glass from his maw. Oh God, please, no more. Please, God. Why did they have 3-year time skip in season 2? It makes no sense. Pleaded Booker, reminded of his viewing of The Promised Neverland. Minetta plucked one of the grapes from his head and stuck it onto the lips of Pitcher, sticking it to Badland's forehead to ensure the rest of the water would be drank.
I imagine the waitress just waiting for them to finish so she can take their order.
God. You guys gonna order any food?
Just standing there as bad as they're just holding the pitcher to his head. She's like, we got another train, hype train, get some booyahs in the chat.
It's funny you say that. Finally, after 10 agonizing minutes, Badland's most painful chug concluded as the pitcher dropped from his head, the DVD within tumbling onto the table. The students comforted Booker and patted him on the back as he finished crying, letting out a 20-second lion burp. Just then, Booker received a call on his cell phone. He handed it off to Jiro as he was in no condition to chat. The call was from Eraserhead. Hello, Mr. Aizawa? No, Mr. Chugs can't talk right now. Wait, what?
Mr. Chugs!
Are you serious? How can Cosby still be in prison? Midoriya lay clutching his bleeding face, while Suyu tried her best to calm the writhing worm frames of Nigel Thornberry. Before the three could regain their composure, they began to hear a heavy, evil laugh from in front of the convy. That'll teach you. Rudy's and Theo's for assisting in my unfair incarceration, bellowed their voice of the mystery. Midoriya and Suyu looked out the front windshield in the direction of the voice. As the dust kicked up by their literal Tokyo drift began to subside, the two could make out the individual taunting them. In front of the convy stood Bill Cosby.
It was him. He put the Pocky One-Chip Challenge in his mailbox.
Clad in his gray pajamas and iconic blue shirt with his sheep pattern print. The student admittedly had never seen this wardrobe before, but there was no denying that face. It really was the Bill Cosby.
What?
But suddenly, Bill reached up to his chin and tugged away at his face, revealing that it was merely a Cosby mask.
Wow!
Underneath was none other than the fucking rat himself, Harry the Werewolf.
Ah!
That is right! This entire ordeal was orchestrated by none other than I, Harry.
What does this have to do with Halloween?
I planted my rare Cosby Show DVDs in Japan. I struck fear in the hearts of all Class A 1A students. I even got myself arrested by referring to an Asian man as a bukakase and kicking him in the shin at a Walmart. and you all fell. Do they have Walmart in Japan? I feel like they don't. And you all fell for my ingenious disguise as the wrongfully convicted Bill fucking Cosby. Let this be a lesson to all children who do not want to fuck me. The fucking socially inept nasty bellowed with laughter during the cabbage patch on the side of the road in his perceived victory. Harry! Screamed a voice from above. The werefuck's eyes shot open with fear. Oh no, oh shit, oh fuck, oh fuck! Harry scrambled to hide the Bill Cosby mask by throwing it away, but the flimsy plastic made it impossible to toss in the wind. Just then, the scary godmother descended on the scene, her face twisted with rage. I need to drink some water for this next paragraph.
Oh.
I see a block of all caps.
Be careful not to wake the dead.
Oh, no, you don't. I heard what you just said, you big stupid fuck. That's it. You are coming back to the house, and you are grounded until Master Chief gets into Smash Ultimate. You will only be allowed to eat paper and drink vinegar. Do you hear me? Paper and vinegar. You will not watch The Cosby Show. You will not watch Fat Albert. You will not watch Little Bill. You will paint the clouds in the sky and plant new grass, blade by blade. You will sleep on a cinder block. You will not get say cyanide. You will not get your Twitter account unsuspended. Harry scrambled to check his phone, watching with horror as his Twitter accounts became suspended one by one. No, please, I'll do anything, scary godmother, he pleaded. The witch pulled Harry onto her broom by his ear and proceeded to scold him and beat him all the way back to Scary God Island. The end.
Oh, God.
I've lost my voice.
The students effectively did nothing. Badlands did that for nothing.
He still killed half of Bill Cosby's life force. Deservedly.
It's true. Nigel didn't do anything. He caused an accident.
Nigel got poisoned by Harry.
My voice is so gone. It hurts.
Steven was pretty proud of this one earlier. He said it's my longest fanfic yet.
It is.
It was good. Thank you.
I'm glad.
Holy moly.
I'm glad I got to read it again so I could scream again.
It's a classic Halloween trope where Elias screams really loudly.
Good thing we're in the woods.
Good thing we're in the woods, miles from anybody.
Hell yeah.
And with that fire going out, I think we are too.
Good night. Happy Halloween. Thank you for listening.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Enjoy the season with all your friends and family and other F words.
Scary Godmother is free on YouTube. Never forget.
Both of them.
Have a great Halloween, guys. Thank you for listening.